Hello. In the golden era of 1970s television, where feel-good family shows ruled living rooms across America, one girl next door quietly rose to become a household name: Susan Dey, the elegant, wide-eyed beauty who embodied the ideal teen heroine of the decade. Born on December 10, 1952, in the modest town of Pekin, Illinois, Susan's early life was far from the glitz of Hollywood. Raised by her parents Ruth Pyle Dey, a nurse, and Robert Smith Dey, a newspaper editor, Susan's childhood took a tragic turn when her mother passed away from pneumonia in 1961, leaving the young girl only 8 years old and emotionally shaken. Her family later moved to New York, where she attended Columbus Elementary School and later graduated from Fox Lane High School in Mount Kisco in 1970. The very same year that would mark the beginning of her meteoric rise to fame. Susan didn't start out chasing stardom. Instead, she stumbled into modeling as a teenager, with her soft smile and graceful looks landing her in the pages of teen magazines and advertisements, even appearing in feminine hygiene ads, a rare and bold move at the time. But what happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. With absolutely no acting experience, Susan was cast at just 17 years old as Laurie Partridge in The Partridge Family, a light-hearted sitcom about a musical family that took the world by storm from 1970 to 1974. As millions of fans tuned in each week, Susan became a national sweetheart. Her portrayal of Laurie, a calm, intelligent and stylish keyboardist, becoming an aspirational figure for young girls everywhere. While the cast pretended to sing and play instruments on screen, in reality, most of the music was performed by studio professionals, though Susan's believable stage presence made the illusion flawless. But behind the scenes, fame came with a cost. Being thrust into the limelight so young, Susan struggled with the pressure to stay thin and beautiful, which sadly led to an eating disorder during her time on the show. It was a dark side of fame that few saw, hidden beneath the makeup, the smiles, and the catchy music. After The Partridge Family ended, Susan sought to shed the typecast teen image and prove she was more than just a 70s icon. She explored dramatic roles, starting with the TV adaptation of Little Women in 1978, where she played Jo March, a role that required depth and emotional nuance. Throughout the late 70s and early 80s, she appeared in films like First Love, Looker and Echo Park, projects that stretched her acting range, even if they didn't become box office hits. But it was television that would again embrace Susan and elevate her career. In 1986, she landed the role of Grace Van Owen, a strong, stylish and determined district attorney on L.A. Law. This role would redefine her career, winning her critical acclaim, multiple Emmy nominations, and a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Drama in 1989. For the next 6 years, Susan appeared in over 120 episodes, portraying Grace as both powerful and vulnerable, involved in complex relationships and courtroom drama. Her on-screen chemistry with actors like Harry Hamlin and Jimmy Smits made her a fan favorite and solidified her status as a serious dramatic actress, far removed from the teenage keyboardist of a sitcom past. But Susan was never someone who sought endless fame. In fact, she recoiled from it. After leaving LA Law in 1992, she briefly starred in Love and War, but walked away after the first season. Around the same time, she endured a betrayal that deeply affected her. Former co-star David Cassidy, with whom she had a brief romantic relationship during The Partridge Family, revealed intimate details about her in his memoir. This public disclosure hurt her deeply, and she chose to permanently cut off all contact with him. To make matters worse, tabloids soon exposed her past struggles with alcoholism without her consent, pushing her further into a private and protective lifestyle. She later remarked, "It's my business and nobody else's," making it clear that her personal battles were not for public consumption. In 1988, Susan married producer Bernard Safronski, and unlike many Hollywood couples, their marriage has stood the test of time. She has one daughter from her first marriage to agent Lenny Hershon. After her final acting role in Third Watch in 2004, Susan quietly retired from the industry, moving to Andes, New York, a small, peaceful town where she could finally breathe. In a rare 2013 interview, she spoke of helping organize a local battle of the bands to support young musicians in her community. Far from the cameras and headlines, but close to the creative spirit that had always lived inside her. While the world kept trying to pull her back into reunions and red carpets, Susan stayed true to herself, turning down all Partridge family reunion events, even disappointing Shirley Jones, who publicly expressed her sadness over Susan's absence. Susan Dey had given decades to the screen, from the upbeat pop colours of the 70s to the steely drama of the 80s, and now she simply wanted peace. Reflecting on her journey, she once said, "I miss acting the way I miss my mother or my childhood home, but I'm full. My life now, it's full." And in that statement lies the real power of Susan Dey's legacy, not just in her roles or her fame or her awards, but in her decision to walk away with dignity, to protect her soul, and to choose a quieter, more meaningful life. In a world where many burn out chasing the spotlight, Susan Dey quietly stepped out of it and into the kind of happiness that no camera can capture. Thanks for watching.